Hi guys, hello. I'm so excited to be talking with you guys again. Welcome to another episode of the Pep Talk podcast where we talk everything. We talk everything. And I'm excited for today's episode. I know some of you were upset with me because I didn't come out with my last episode on Wednesday. Well, let me tell you why. It was the weekend of the 4th of July. Okay, so I didn't have time to record. I also went down to St. George because, as you heard, my sister had her baby, so of course I was going to go down there. So, I'm sorry, but family comes first. If you haven't listened to my last episode titled Family, go listen to it. It's great. As I was saying, I'm really excited to be talking to you guys today. This topic is going to be so much fun, and I'm actually really excited. I'm also out of breath right now for no reason whatsoever. Well, actually, I was filming TikToks just a second ago, so that could be why. Which partly has to do with our episode today. As you can tell from the title, it's things I'm loving right now. And you guessed it, filming TikToks is so fun to me, and my drafts are so full right now. I just love filming TikToks, and they're stupid and fun, and I post whatever I want because who the freak cares? I'm not scared anymore. I'm going to post whatever I want on social media. If you make fun of me, who's the loser now? So anyways, I thought we would just jump right into it. Things I'm loving right now. Starting off strong. We're going to start with another podcast. It's called the Clues Podcast. It's a true crime podcast. Let me tell you, I've never been a big true crime sort of person, I guess. It kind of scares me a little bit, so I try to stay away because, I'm a young girl. I'm scared. Men are scary, and yes, I'm going to be that type of person. Men are scary. But I was listening to Two Hot Takes, which is hosted by Megan Absher, if I'm saying that correctly. She also does the Am I the Asshole podcast, which so good. You probably have seen those on TikTok. Anyways, she also has another podcast with this other girl called Clues Podcast, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and listen to that. I was immediately hooked, and I can't stop listening to them. Now, I know, why that's probably not a good thing to admit that you're obsessed with true crime stuff, but I don't know, I'm just intrigued. No, I'm not a serial killer. No, I'm not weird. It's normal, okay? And it's interesting to me. And it makes me a lot more precautious about, everything, what I'm doing, living freely on my own, I'm a little more aware, I guess, because I feel like every single case that I've listened to, it's all been women that are getting murdered. And most of it is their husband, which is nuts. So Ethan, please don't murder me when we're married down the line. But funny little side story, the first episode I listened to them, basically, trigger warning, a lady got put through a wood chipper, which obviously is scary, and sorry if that freaks you out. But of course, the following night, guess what? Izzy has a nightmare. She has a scary, dark nightmare, and guess who died? My mom. Absolutely the freak not. You touch my mom, I will kill you. I will then become a serial killer. That's not even funny. And it genuinely, terrified me. I immediately woke up from my sleep, and I immediately texted my mother. It was 7 a.m. I wasn't even, up for work yet. I woke up without a second thought. I'm half asleep, I'm half awake, and I text my mom, "Are you alive?" Because it genuinely felt so real. I was terrified. Obviously, that's scary shit. And I literally just saw my mom, chopped up. Sorry, trigger warning. I literally immediately texted her. And she, read my message and then didn't reply. And I was like, oh my goodness, the murderer has her. They're reading my messages and she's not replying. She replied. She was like, "Yes, I'm alive. What do you mean?" And I said, "I have a nightmare." I went back to sleep. That was all I needed was confirmation that she was alive. But anyways, I am loving this podcast. And just the way that they, format it and everything. Also, I hate men. I know. Not all men, not all guys. Yes, true. There are good people out there. but I feel like it's always men preying on women, which is not like a good feeling. But anyways, I will be carrying around a pocket knife with me the rest of my days. I also should probably get pepper spray. To go along with listening to this podcast, I just wanted to put podcasts in general because I am finding myself more recently leaning towards, like, reaching towards listening to podcasts instead of listening to music, which you guys know, I love my music. I'm a music girl, and so I'm like, ooh, is my frontal lobe developing? I'm only 20, so, but I'm like, ooh, am I maturing? Podcasts, like, I just like reaching towards those more. They're more entertaining to me now. Obviously, I still listen to music. Like, that's a ride or die sort of thing, I'm not gonna stop listening to music, but I just got so cold. Oh my gosh. I think the air conditioning's on. But I love listening to podcasts recently. Especially Emma Chamberlain. I've talked about her before. Her podcast, Anything Goes. Oh my goodness. When her last episode was her saying she's taking a break, I wanted to cry. I was literally screaming in my car, like, Emma, no, please don't leave me. Like, I've been a big Emma Chamberlain fan for the longest time. She was the kind of person that I think got me into, like, watching YouTube. Like, I found out from some of my friends that they, like, were watching this cute girl on YouTube, and I was like, who is it? Got hooked immediately. Like, low-key, I miss OG Emma. Obviously, I love Emma all the time, Emma, but I loved her, like, her fashion videos where she, like, pick my outfits or, like, make the most insane outfits. I loved those vlogs. I also did it when I also watched it when she did with, like, I forgot their name. Like, with James Charles and the Dolan twins? Is that what they're called? I don't remember, but yeah. And then when she was, like, friends with Hannah Maloche and Ellie, I can't remember her name. Anyways, like, prime right before COVID times was probably when I was the biggest fan of Emma. But obviously now she's doing podcasts and, like, her coffee company, her fashion, everything. I just love her. So she's a little side note with Emma Chamberlain included with podcasts. Like, I'm obsessed with her podcast. I genuinely probably listen to it every day. And I love the variety and all the different topics that she has. I have a lot of love for her, and, like, she's my inspiration. Obviously I'm not going to copycat her, but she's definitely my inspiration for sure. I'm, like, trying to think of who else I listen to with podcasts. I love Jake Shane, Therapist. I love watching those. He's literally insane, and I just think he's so funny. Also, Call Her Daddy. That's an iconic podcast. And I love listening to her older videos. Her older episodes. Anyways, so yeah, that's the first thing that I'm loving right now. Now that I'm, like, talking about this, I'm kind of thinking that this is just more trendy things that I'm loving, but also, you know what, whatever, we love being trendy. So the next thing is sweat shorts versus jean shorts. I hate jean shorts with a passion. They are so uncomfortable. I can never find a pair that fits me the right way. They're either too long or too short. I think I find a good pair ugly. If I get a pair of shorts with holes in it, it's like, whoa, my cooch is out. I don't want that. Nobody else wants that. They're so annoying. And so, during the summertime, I am not pulling out my jean shorts. I would rather wear a pair of jeans than jean shorts. Yes, they can be cute, and yes, do I only have one pair that I wear occasionally? Yes, like the 4th of July. That's an exception. It's the 4th of July. Like, I'm going to wear some jean shorts. Did I want to wear my sweat shorts? Yeah, but did it go with the vibe? No. But, like I was saying, I think that jean shorts are superior. Whoa! Sweat shorts. I'm mixing up my words. I think that sweat shorts are superior. I think everybody should be wearing those, and I honestly think that they're kind of picking up right now, which is probably why I love them so much. But like I those are what I sleep in. Like I love me a comfy, baggy, soft pair of shorts. Also, I don't like a pair of shorts where everything's hanging out. If that's your vibe, congrats, good for you. But I love me some sweat shorts. They're comfy. They kind of go with everything. You can style them down, you can style them up. You know, like I think they're so nice. And I need to buy more. Like I have some from Cotton On. Cotton On has the best shorts. Like the best pajama shorts or whatever you want to call them. I also have some from Target. Target has really great ones. I love Target's. Obviously it's Target, so everything there is great. Speaking of, I need to go to Target because I want to get into Pilates. You guys, I want to get into Pilates. Sidetrack. I don't want to pay money to have a subscription. So when I say Pilates, I mean at home Pilates. Because I'd much rather do this in my private area where I can pause and I can be sweating and breathing as hard as I want and nobody is judging me. Like I want to do it. So I want to go to Target and I want to get like the arm weights, like the wrist weights and the ankle weights. Do you know what I'm talking about? I hope you do. Also, I probably should get a mat too because every girl that I see doing Pilates, I just want to be them. So why not become her? Wow. That was iconic. Quoted by Mies. Mies, truly good night. I can't speak. You guys, I'm struggling. I can't breathe right now. I'm talking too fast. I keep having to pause because I can't breathe correctly. What's going on? Also, my arm started hurting really bad the other day, and my mom was like, Izzy, are you having a heart attack? So now, you know what? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised because holy freaking freak. Everything that you think that would never happen is happening. It's one thing after another. Also, little side note again, totally has nothing to do with anything. I got my nails done the other day, and I got gemstones on my nails. One of my gemstones fell off already, and I got them done 2 days ago, and I'm actually so sad. And I didn't even notice that it was gone till way later, so I don't even know where the gemstone is, so I can't glue it back on. Makes me so sad. Like, I knew they were gonna fall off. Like, obviously, they're not gonna stay in forever. That's the goal, right? Like, you want them to. But I tend to be a little more rough on my nails somehow. I don't know how, because I literally work at a bank and I sit there all day. So I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I literally lost a gemstone and I'm so sad. But hey, that's another thing. I love getting my nails done. I love getting my nails done. I moved out recently, right? And I was talking to my mom and I was like, I need to start saving money. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm having to cut back on. She suggested, she was like, well, maybe we stop getting our nails done for a little bit. And I said, Mom, there's no way. I've literally had my nails done for 3 years straight. You think I'm getting these bad boys off? I feel naked. And I feel manly. Like, props to the girls that don't get their nails done. Whatever, that's your choice. Beautiful. Do whatever the hell you want. I need my nails done. I don't know why I started getting them when I did. I should have been doing it 10 plus years before. Like, I don't know. I've become a diva with my nails recently. I love getting them done. I also stress so bad about what I'm getting. The second I get my nails done, I'm thinking, okay, what do we want next? I hate getting boring nails. When I had a couple surgeries earlier this year, I had to get clear nails, and I was scared because I thought they were going to have me remove my nails, but they said, you can have clear, not super long, and I was like, okay, good, at least I can keep them on. Like, yeah, it was cute, but I just love me a fun nail. I love having fun nails. Like right now, if you follow my Instagram, you already saw them. But I have blue French tips, and then I have gemstones, but they go along my cuticle line. So I have bedazzled cuticles That probably sounds so weird, but they're so cute, I promise. Anyways, back on topic. So, to kind of go along with like clothing and fashion, I guess, I am kind of loving the jean capris going on right now. I remember growing up, I hated wearing capris because I felt like it was like pants but not, and it was shorts but not, and I felt weird. They were obviously a big trend back in 2000s, and everybody was wearing them, and now they're back. They're trendy again, and guess what? I don't have any, and I want a pair. I just want a pair to see how I feel. I feel like American Eagle has the cutest ones, and I've been keeping my eye on them. I've been trying to decide if I want to buy them or not. Also, I could just cut a pair of my pants, but I don't know. I am just loving them. I'm loving them. Also, like the capri leggings, I think they're so cute. They're so cute. Like, I just love how like feminine they are and cutesy and girly. Like, you can wear like the cutest tops with them. Like, I feel like it's giving fairy, flowy, just majestic girl. It's giving girl. And I love it. I love it. And I'm here for it. So, you guys, somebody needs to just convince me to just buy a pair. Like, I hope somebody else agrees with me. Because I know some people aren't the biggest fans. Like, it's a hit or miss. So, if you like them, comment down below, DM me, we can talk about it. Also, recommendations to where to buy them would be great too, because I don't know, this is new for me, but I'm loving the trend and I want to join on it. Recently, I've been kind of dipping my toes into coffee, trying new coffee drinks. I never grew up drinking coffee, wasn't really allowed in my household, but I've been trying coffee now. I've been trying all different sorts of coffee, different places, different cafes, and I am loving it, obviously. And I actually am shocked because like sometimes I would still a sip of my dad's coffee and I'd be like, yuck. Actual yuck. This sucks. It tastes like burnt toast. I hate it. It wasn't it. I also didn't love the smell of coffee. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Now I'm like, give it to me now. Give it to me tenfolds. I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of cold brew. I've tried a couple of cold brews and it's not my favorite. I think I'm just a latte girl. I love me a good latte. Recently, it's been beanies for me. I get their creme brulee latte or their Belgian waffle latte. It's so good. It's so good. There have been a couple drinks where I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely tastes like burnt toast, but I'm loving it. I love me a good caramel, brown sugar. Yeah, I'm dipping my toes in. So if anybody also has any recommendations on what I should try, where I should go, let me know. You want to go on a coffee date? Let me know. I'm here for it. I'm a newbie to this, so, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I just recently, the other night, watched White Chicks for the very first time. That was hilarious, and I can't believe I'm 20 years old and I've never seen that movie. Also, there was so many TikTok sounds that I know from that movie, and I never knew it was from that movie. It was so good. Also, low-key kind of terrifying. Why do they look so creepy? But also, they should be getting an Oscar for that. Like, it was hella believable. That literally looked like a white chick, you know? But to go along with that, I've been really into 2000s movies again. I'm a big movie critic. Hello, we know this. But I am loving the 2000s movies again. This isn't a 2000s movie, but one movie that reminded me of something that probably would be, like, it kind of went along with the 2000s rom-com movies, but Voicemails to Isabel. Oh my gosh. That wrecked me. That movie made me cry. Every movie makes me cry, but that movie was so good. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. I love it. One of my all-time favorites, obviously 10 Things I Hate About You, but I am looking for other recommendations. Guys, this is an episode very dependent on you. I need recommendations. And, like, let's watch a rom-com together. Because, let me tell you, my boyfriend loves his horror movies. That's another thing on here, is horror movies. We've been watching so many of them. So many of them. And to be honest, I was never a big horror movie fan. Like, I'm kind of a pansy when it comes to those sort of things. Like, it scares me and the anticipation makes me want to die. But we've been watching a ton of them. And that's like all he watches, so that's all we watch. Because he doesn't want to watch a romance movie. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But don't worry, he's watched my core movies, so that's what matters. That's what really matters. But yeah, like we've been loving horror movies, and I feel like a lot of good ones have been coming out recently. Like we went and saw Backrooms. Not that that was very scary. Also, so bad. I was so disappointed. Then we saw Obsession. That was good. Loved it. There was another one. It was a podcast one. That was the scariest movie I've ever seen. Wait, let me look it up. I forgot what it's called. Okay, it's called Undertone. It says Google AI overview. Says Undertone is a standout 2026 horror movie centering on a paranormal podcast distributed by A24. I love A24. Podcast host who receives 10 anonymous audio recordings detailing demonic encounters. As she investigates the tapes, the sinister sounds begin manifesting in her isolated home. Oh my gosh, it was so scary. I definitely recommend. Definitely recommend if you're into horror. If you're not, you're gonna shit your pants. Like, I don't get that spooked out, but oh my gosh. And it's like I said, it's a podcast movie, so you're like watching her listening to it, and there's not much happening, but it's the sounds, dude, and you cover your ears and you still hear it. So if you don't like scary sounds, don't watch that movie. Because I literally had my hands over my ears. Ethan had his hands over his ears. Oh my hell, it was so scary. We also watched Creep the other day, and I hated that. I was so uncomfortable. I don't know what it was. It really creeped me out. And I can't believe that there's more. Ethan wanted to watch the second one, and I said, hell no. I am not watching a second one of those because it just was so unsettling. And it freaks me out because you can't trust anyone. Okay, sorry. Let's move on to a lighter note, shall we? Another thing is, obviously, as we talked about, music, but when I am listening to music and when I'm not listening to podcasts, it's literally either 21 Pilots or Olivia Rodrigo. Now, I know that those are kind of polar opposites, but I've been a big fan of Olivia Rodrigo since she was in High School Musical, and I've been loving her High School Musical, the musical, blah, 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 the series music. Like, obviously, All I Want by Olivia Rodrigo is one of the greatest songs of all time, and I love that song. But like also recently I've been loving the Rose song by her. You should go listen to it. It's so good. Obviously it's not like one of her albums. It's from her Disney Channel show, but it's so good. And then my little brother Wrigley, he is a big fan of 21 Pilots, like how I'm a big fan of like Taylor Swift. Like he's a part of that big fan group of 21 Pilots. And he's obsessed, and so obviously all he listens to is 21 Pilots. And then my stepdad got into it, and then my mom got into it, so the whole household got into it. And I've been trying to open my discography. Is that the right word? I don't know. Let me look that up real quick. You guys, I was right. Discography. Look at me, I'm so smart. But yeah, I've been trying to open up my discography of music and trying to figure out what I like and what I don't like. And I'm loving 21 Pilots right now. And I know that they got a lot of hate back in the day because it was like the weird BYU kids that would listen to it. But I think they're cool again. I did go to one of their concerts back in high school, and it was genuinely one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to. It was insane. I wasn't like a massive fan. I knew some of their songs, but even when I didn't know their songs, you bet your bottom I was jumping up and down screaming. Like, that was such a good concert. And I'm loving it, and yeah, I'm loving it. Also, their song Drag Path literally guts me every single time. Guts, Olivia Rodrigo, Drag Path, 21 Paths. I think I'm funny. Anyways, that song literally, oh my gosh, I've never related to a song more. Let me read you the description that Spotify says. Okay, Spotify says the term drag path in the song is a metaphor for the marks left behind during tough times. It's about leaving evidence of your struggles, hoping somebody will notice and help. This idea really resonated with fans who started sharing their own drag paths, like worn spots on furniture or faded photos as symbols of memory and losses. The song became a way for people to connect shared experiences. And then it also says, yeah, it just turned into a trend where people share their drag paths, talking about things that remind them of loved ones they've lost or experiences that they've gone through. And holy crap, because that song reminds me of my sophomore year, my junior year, my senior year, just with a lot of my personal struggles, and that song makes me want to cry every time. It's so emotional. Also, I learned that that was a song that was like kind of like the 10-minute version of All Too Well by Taylor Swift. It's definitely a longer song, and they cut out parts of it to make it a shorter, like normal length song, I guess, that I didn't know about. And my brother got to see that live, and he bought the recording of the original song, which is longer, and I need to listen to it because I'm surprised I haven't listened to it. But they only put out the shorter version. But now I need to know the other version. Okay, another is with it being warm outside. Obviously, I know that this one is more upfront, obviously. But I am just loving being outside more often. I try and make it a goal to at least go outside once a day, which I know sounds crazy, but I work in a corporate office all day long from 9 to 6 p.m. Like, I'm in a building all day long. So, and I miss the prime times of when it's like the warmest, the best weather or whatever. Because, like, I get home and it's like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. Like, you know? So I've made it a goal to at least eat my lunch outside or sit in my car and eat lunch with all the windows down. So I can at least get some vitamin D. So I can at least give my skin some color because I'm so freakishly pale. I'm like see-through. And it's obviously, like, I've always been really pale. Like, growing up. But then, obviously, working in a building all day, I can't be outside 24/7 like it used to be during the summer, you know? So I've been trying to make it a goal to go outside during my lunch break, go outside and do something after work, because I just love being outside. It's good for you. It's good for your mental health. It makes you happier. And there's, like, things to do, you know? So it's definitely been a goal of mine that I've been trying to do. And I just love going outside and, like, eating my lunch outside, like, in my backyard, you know? And I've been thinking I want to try and find, like, an outside hammock or, like, some sort of lounge chair to put in my backyard because we don't have anything back there. And it's, like, one of those, like, I live in a complex or whatever where it's, like, it's, like, a shared backyard. So you have, like, a quarter fence and that's just grass. So I can see, like, everybody's backyards, essentially. Anyways, but, like, I want to get a hammock or, like, a chair. Or, like, I'm generally thinking about getting a camping chair, you know? And one of my friends actually, she suggested getting the ones that recline, the reclining camp chairs. So you can tan. Because I hate tanning on the grass. It's so gross. It makes me so itchy, too. And I freaking hate it. Also, I'm not about to lay on the concrete either. So that's definitely an investment that I need to invest in. When I used to live at my dad's house, we had, like, a front porch. And they made, like, a longer porch, a concrete porch. And we had, like, lounge chairs. And we had like like this swing, not like a park swing, but like a obviously like a porch swing. Yeah, that's what it's called, a porch swing. Goodness, I couldn't think of what it was called. And I would literally sit outside all the time, all the time. I would sit underneath our tree, and I would always have a book. I was always reading a book outside, and I miss that low key. Like, it was always so nice. Me and my dad would go on walks all the time. I just loved sitting outside, or even just literally sitting there and just like people watching, because we had a very lively neighborhood. That sounds creepy. I'm not a stalker. I'm not a murderer. I promise. Like saying all this stuff out loud sounds crazy, but I promise it's not. Another thing I'm loving, which I'm sorry, I feel like I keep saying that over and over again, to be continued, is I feel like this has become more of a normal thing and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's wearing less makeup, which I am just so happy that this is becoming more normal, because I used to feel like in high school you had to be wearing a ton of makeup to even be considered pretty, which is so dumb, so stupid. You're gorgeous just the way you are, okay? And lately, I've been trying to figure out what I want to wear, like what makes me feel the most confident, like what makes me feel pretty. And it's been wearing less makeup, which I love. I've spent so much money on makeup, so obviously I still use it. Not every day, but I still use it. But I love doing my eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows every day because I have long, thick, coarse eyebrows that do what they want and not what they're told. So I have to do my eyebrows every day. But I love the teeniest, tiniest bit of blush and crimping my eyelashes. Sometimes I don't even put mascara on, you guys. I literally could not go a day without wearing mascara. I always felt like a naked mole rat. Jeez, I was saying it backwards. Well, not backwards. I was switching the first letters. I don't know how my brain did that. I'm tired and it's a Friday, okay? But yeah, I always had to be wearing mascara. Like, that was my neighbor. Anyways. And so, I've been loving not wearing mascara, because you can rub your eyeballs however much you want. But I love crimping them, because that makes them look longer, more fuller, which obviously I still want to look like I have eyelashes. And even if I do put on mascara, I'm not caking it on like I used to. I'm putting it very lightly just on the outer corners. I'm not putting them on my bottom lashes. I'm not going in my inner corner. Like, it's very light. And I'm loving it. I think it's so chic. And it's just, it makes me feel more put together, to be honest, than when I would do, like, my own version of a full beat, Like, I'm loving being very minimalistic. Like, even putting on a little bit of bronzer and just blush makes you look very more put together, I guess. I don't know. And I think everybody should wear less makeup. I think everybody looks a lot better without full beat makeup, Like, I don't know. I think our natural faces are beautiful. Not to get all weepy on you guys, but I'm here for it, and I'm here for feeling confident in your own body and do what you want to feel the most confident. Okay, another thing that I've been loving is not being on Instagram constantly. I feel like Instagram used to be my, like, go-to get on my phone sort of thing, but I haven't felt gravitated towards it recently, I guess. I'm not reaching for it as often anymore, and I'm kind of loving it. Like, it's low-key getting boring for me, which is good, because the less social media, the better. But a downside to that is I'm reaching towards TikTok more. Taking one social media for the other. I know it's not great, but it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Eliminating one. And also, low-key, I've been flopping on Instagram. I'm not getting views, I'm not getting likes. I don't know what's happening. It's really pissing me off actually, but also it's literally could not matter less. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm learning to love that. I'm learning to love to post whatever I want, like I said earlier, and not being embarrassed. Because you live once. It's social media. Social media is not real. Like, I'm gonna post whatever the heck I want, even if it's dumb. Like, genuinely, I'm done being embarrassed. I'm done thinking, oh, what if they say this about me? What if they say that about me? I don't care. They can say whatever they want because I'm not hearing it. Unless it's literally being publicized, but I'm not hearing it, so I don't care. And I'm loving that. Kind of talking about social media, one other social media that I've been loving, I don't know if you count it as social media. I know that it's like in that category, but I've been loving Pinterest. Pinterest has been something that I have just been reaching for constantly. I love scrolling on Pinterest. It's so calming to me. It's more aesthetically pleasing. It's everything I like to a T. I know I'm gonna find something on there that I enjoy, that entertains me. You know, I love Pinterest, and you can literally make it your own. That whole thing is my personality. Like, that every single board is specified to me, obviously. It also just feels more grown up, you know? Like, I feel more cool when I use Pinterest. I feel like all the cool girls use Pinterest, you know? It's just, I love scrolling endlessly on Pinterest. It's so entertaining. Putting on a podcast, putting on music, putting on a movie, and scrolling on Instagram, sign me up. Please, sign me up. But that is it for you guys today. That's all I have right now. Obviously, there will be more to come. And there's probably 100 other things that I could talk about. But I know this isn't a super long one for you guys, but your girl's getting tired. And yeah, so that's really all I have for you guys. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Izzy Ross. And then go follow the Pep Talk podcast on Instagram. And I am so blessed that I have people that are listening, and just know that you are loved and you are heard. And I appreciate everybody's love recently on this podcast. It makes me really happy, even though this is just like a fun little thing I'm doing. And I'm very blessed to have a support group. And I just love you guys. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.